Here are 10 different ways to fix the response is not a valid JSON response error in WordPress, ranked from the easiest one to the hardest one. Let's get it. This error usually occurs in the Gutenberg editor, and just so we're on the same page, this is the error we're talking about fixing right here. First thing we're going to try is make sure the website address and the website URL are the same in the settings. So let's go out to the WordPress dashboard and then go to Settings and then General. And these two entries right here need to be identical. And preferably, it's going to be HTTPS. This site is local, so I just have regular HTTP. But if your site is not local and you want to get ranked in Google, you need to make this HTTPS. I have a tutorial in the card up above that'll help you get that done. So if those are both the same, or if they weren't, change them to they're both the same, and then click on Save Changes down below. That's the first thing to try. After you do that, go back to your post, try to save it again, see if the error is gone. If the error is not gone, we go on to the next thing, which is the permalinks. Let's go to Settings and then Permalinks. And if one of the solutions in this video helps you resolve your JSON error, let us know which one in the comments down below. The best permalink structure for SEO, by the way, is this one right here, or it's just the post name. So hopefully that's the one you're using. And we come into here and all we do is click Save Changes. And then we let it save, then we click Save Changes again. Sounds weird, I know, but you do it twice to try to clear any errors. If you're using a different permalink structure, make sure you're on the correct one, not just choose post name because I said so. Make sure you're on the one your website's been using. If you want to switch to post name because it's better for SEO, you got to redirect all the old URLs to the new ones so you don't lose any traffic. I've got a tutorial for 301 redirects as well. I'll link that in the card up above. So now that we saved the permalink structure, you go back to the post, try to save it and see if the error is gone. If it's not gone, we try number 3. And that is recreating the htaccess file. It's easier than it sounds. You have to log into your hosting account. In my case, it's Siteground. I've been hosting with these guys since 2018, which is quite a while because I'm happy with them. If you want to check out Siteground for your own websites, I'll drop a link in the description down below. So what you do is go to the site tools for the website that's having the problem, and then go to Site, File Manager. You can do this via FTP as well, if you're more comfortable with that. Navigate into the public_HTML folder, and then we have the htaccess file right here. My htaccess file has a lot of stuff in it because I redirect things. I create the redirects right in there. So there's a lot going on. It's not uncommon if you have this much junk. It's not junk. This much useful stuff in your htaccess file. It's not uncommon for there to be errors. That might be what's happening. So what you want to do is check your htaccess file, first of all. It might not be as complex as this one. If it is, just rename the one you have. Let's just rename this to, let's say old. Confirm that. Now whatever your htaccess file had going on isn't going to work because it's not going to look for htaccess-old. It looks for .htaccess. To create a new one, go back to the permalink settings where we just were, click on Save Changes again. Now we go back to our file manager, and where's the refresh button? I'll just press this one up here. And now we have a new htaccess file right here. If for whatever reason a new one is not created, you can find the default htaccess file contents online. Just Google default WordPress htaccess file contents. Google Gemini pulls it in right there. Just copy that. Go back in your site tools. Just go delete this one. Pretend it didn't work. Pretend it wasn't made by saving the permalinks. Click on Create New File. Type in .htaccess and make sure that dot is there. That's really important. That means it's a hidden file that can only be seen when you're on the server like we are in this case. Create that file, double click it to open it, paste in what we just copied from Gemini. There it is. Save, and then go try in your block editor again to save the block editor page, and hopefully the JSON error you've been getting is gone. If it's not gone after all this, there's still more things to try. We're in the troubleshooting step number 4, plugins and themes. Let's head back into our website, and we're going to go into plugins and then add plugin. We're going to install a plugin called Health Check. It's right up here. It's built by WordPress itself. And if you don't see it here, just type in Health Check in the search and I'm sure it'll show up. Click on Install Now, then Activate. And here we can click on Health Check. It takes us to where this exists in the WordPress menus, which is Tools and Site Health. And it gives us some recommendations right here, including the REST API did not behave correctly. And it's that API that's throwing this error. There's something going wrong there. So where we're going to focus our work is the Troubleshooting and Tools tab. If we go to Troubleshooting, and then we're going to click on Enable Troubleshooting Mode, what this does is all plugins will appear inactive and your site will switch to a default theme, but only for you. So any visitors for your site are going to see your site as they normally should, but you as the admin are going to see it without the plugins active with a default theme, and we're going to see if that is the problem that you're having with this JSON error. So click on Enable Troubleshooting Mode. We have a troubleshooting mode link added here. We can go to plugins and we can enable them individually. This is all the plugins we have. There's 5 of them. If we go to the plugins tab, we should see 5 that are inactive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's them right here. And we also have themes. Now what we do is go to pages and add new, or posts and add new, wherever you're seeing the error. And we're going to create a test page. And what we're looking for is when we press publish, that the JSON error is not going to be thrown. So I'll press publish and then publish again, and everything worked. There's no error, which implies that one of the plugins on our site or the theme we're using is causing the error. So if we head back out to the WordPress dashboard, let's open that page in a new tab. And here we can go to troubleshooting mode, go to plugins, we enable a plugin, just go down the list, and then we go and we press save or make a change. Press save again and see if the JSON error is thrown. And then we go step by step through all the plugins and all the themes until we find one that we turn on, and then the error is created. And then we know it's that plugin or theme that's causing the problem. Then we can investigate further as to why that plugin or theme is causing the problem, or contact the developers. Maybe they can help you figure it out. If that does not resolve the error, we're on to number 5. But before we get to that, I want to show you how to undo what we just did with troubleshooting mode. So we need to hover over the troubleshooting mode, click on disable troubleshooting mode, and now all our plugins and all our themes are going to be back to what they were before we entered troubleshooting mode. And again, the visitors to your site never saw any of that. Only you did as the admin. Now if we go to tools and then site health, we still have the REST API error. And by clicking on this down arrow, it gives us a little bit of information, but not too much. Where we want to go is the tools. In here, we have a lot of different checks we can run. Just open these up, click on check the file's integrity for this one. It gives us errors. We can send test emails. It's not too relevant for this video. We can check the debug logs, plugin compatibility. And you want to go through all these checks listed here and make sure there's nothing that could be causing the error inside of your block editor. And while we're waiting for this check to run, this is a great time to check if you're subscribed to this channel. YouTube tells me how many of my viewers are subscribed or not. And it's a very small number of viewers that are actually subscribed. So if you're not subscribed yet, smash that button down below and let's learn some WordPress together. Looks like this check is stalled for some reason, so we're going to move on. Just make sure you go through all these checks to make sure there's nothing that sticks out. The next one, number 6, is to turn off any firewalls you have on your site. This would be caused or created by security plugins or Cloudflare or something like that. So we head over to plugins, look through our list of installed plugins. We have WordPress Security installed here. Just deactivate it just for a few moments and then check to see if the error is resolved when you've closed down or shut off those firewalls. And before we start number 7, I just want to let you know I have a PDF download that helps you secure your WordPress sites. It's been downloaded tens of thousands of times over the years, and it's helped a lot of people, and it's free. So check out the link in the description down below and download the WordPress Security PDF today to secure your websites. So for step number 7, we want to use the WordPress Debug mode. To turn this on, we head back into our hosting account. You can do this via FTP again if you wanted to. And in the root folder of the website files, we scroll down until we get to wp-config. This is the one right here. Click on it, click the pencil to edit it, or whatever it shows inside your hosting account. Scroll down to where it says, that's all, stop editing, happy blogging. And right above that, we see a debug, wp_debug. Change that to true. And we want to add this line of code right here, wp_debug log, and that's set to true, and then save. And this website is not the same site we're using locally, so whatever error I throw here is not going to appear in the log. But for you, this log will appear in the WP content folder. And it's going to be called wp-debug or something like that. And it's going to show any errors that were thrown on the site in that debug log. So hopefully that gives you more information about what the problem could be. Next, we're going to talk about media. inside of the post that you're working on that's throwing this JSON error, you have to check to make sure that all the files that you're using are correctly named. Let me try to get to a post with some pictures. There we go. So this file right here, let's click on replace. Let's click on open media library. So you want to make sure that the file name, the alt text, title, caption, description all have or all lack special characters that could cause errors. The most common special characters that could cause problems are ampersands, apostrophes. Those are the two biggest ones, but others could cause it too. So try to make sure those don't appear in any of these fields and in your file name. And your file name should ideally not have spaces either. So just letters, dashes, or underscores, and numbers. And then for these boxes here, you can have letters, spaces, numbers, dashes, underscores. Try to avoid special characters. So check all the images on your page and see if that fixes the problem. If that's not it, the next thing you should do is contact your host to see if they can find a problem. Tell them all the things you've done. You can even link to this video and say I've done all these things and see if they can find an issue. And the last one, this is the one that's the most drastic. That's why it's ranked last on the page. And hopefully you don't have to go here. But if you do, at least there's an option. And that option is changing back to the classic editor. To do that, we go to plugins, we add a new plugin, we look up classic editor and we click on install now and then activate. And then we use the classic editor to build our pages. If you do go this route, you're going to want to go to the classic editor settings and make sure the classic editor is default. And you can allow users to switch between the block editor and classic editor or not. If it's always throwing the JSON error, if it's in the block editor, you might want to switch this to no. So you're forcing everybody to use the classic editor. This is the last ditch effort to make this work. And this might break some of your old posts. You're going to have to go back and remake some stuff, potentially. It's not guaranteed, but you might have to. But at least it has you saving posts again. And maybe during this time, your host can be looking into the problem as well, and possibly you'll find a fix. So I hope one of these fixed your JSON error. If not, I'm sorry. If you do find one that works, but it's not on my list, leave it in the comments down below so we can all learn from it. And if you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And then check out this video on your screen right now, which is going to help you clear up all the 404 errors on your website, which is going to help your search engine rankings and help your user experience improve on your website. So check out that video and I'll see you there.